Hi, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna go over Tioga-Nicetown. Now, Tioga-Nicetown was featured in one of my videos that was about, one of the areas in Philadelphia that could use the most, that definitely has the most opportunity and could definitely use a lot more going on, that can definitely be buffed up and made shiny and new. Now, I'm going to take a deep dive look in this area. I'm going to show you exactly where the roads are and the type of housing is in the area. So stay tuned. Hi, here we are with our map of Nicetown, Tioga, or Tioga-Nicetown, however you want to put it at. It's two neighborhoods in one. Now, the border of Tioga-Nicetown definitely is not necessarily a square, but here it is. And highlighted in red. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Now, it's definitely next to Huntington Park. And this Huntington Park is over here on the east side of Nicetown. We have Temple University Hospital and the pharmacy, which is right over here in Franklinville. It's right on the other side of Broad Street. Now, Temple University does run pretty far, but the hospital is right here. It's right here between Erie and Allegheny Avenue stops on the Broad Street line. The Temple University School of Pharmacy is right here, and we also have several other um, stuff in the area. Now, we have the Wayne Junction in this top corner. That is the regional rail. So at this junction, what runs is the Chestnut Hill line, Lansdale, and I forget what else is over there. That also runs Warminster right there. Okay, so if you're in Nicetown, you do have access to use the regional rail that does travel towards Center City, and you can also get to the suburbs from there as well. But most people, but it depends on how close you are. Most people just hop on the Broad Street line, and that takes you right to City Hall, and into Center City. Okay, so this area right here is mainly where there's a lot of trains. There's not a lot in this area. We have homes in this area. These homes are definitely right over here. They're on the side of Germantown Avenue. Some of these homes are definitely in not the greatest condition. They're old. Philadelphia has a lot of old homes. So we have so, I mean, they can definitely be used to definitely gain more, um, to definitely bring up the property values in the area. Um, so, these are definitely smaller homes in this area and all throughout Tioga. Um, and right here is uh, Huntington Park Avenue, or should I say it's not necessarily, this is the Roosevelt Expressway, or should I say Route 1, but this right here is Huntington Park Avenue. This is a main vessel as well. Um, there is the Salvation Army Croc, Croc Center of Philadelphia. I believe that's a part of McDonald's. The McDonald's house. We have the McDonald's house here in Philadelphia as well. That's in a different neighborhood, but I just figured that with Kroc, probably associated with Ray Kroc, or Roy Kroc, forget his name. But nevertheless, there it is. So, um, Roberts Avenue, a lot of people like to get off of Route 1, where there's a lot of traffic. They get off over here, and then they take this road into different areas, but sometimes this road tends to get backed up as well. Um, so sometimes it's just easier to stay on Route 1. Um, Now, this is where there is a lot of, you do have um, commercial businesses as well as um, small businesses in the area. We have the gas station, there's the Family Dollar, um, there's several seafood restaurants and barbecue restaurants. City View is right over here on Broad Street. It's actually City View Pizza is actually a really good pizza place. I tried their pizza. Their pizza is good. There's Max's Steaks, where it's pretty big. It's not necessarily in the neighborhood, but it's right on the other side, right there on Erie Avenue. You do have um, whenever I pass by Max's Steaks, they are wrapped around. You have lines all like you have lines. You have the line. The line is completely wrapped around the building, and it's a great. It's definitely one of those staples in the area that a lot of people like to get their steaks from. I never had the chance to have Max's Steaks because the line was always too long. And me personally, I just prefer to get from my local corner store and or from a pizza place, my cheesesteaks. But from what I heard from my husband, he says Max steaks are pretty good. There are a lot of people are very opinionated. Philadelphians, we are very opinionated when it comes to our steaks, as you can tell. So I won't go into that. So Tioga-Nicetown, obviously, as you can see, there's not that much businesses other than some bigger businesses in the area. You have the McDonald's, the Dunkin' Donuts, the KFCs. Um, just moving in a lot closer. Erie Avenue is a main vessel. We have some mom and pop grocery stores and hardware stores and food markets. Now, as a note, sometimes in this area, I mean, even though there may be the hardware store, the thing about it is that some of these businesses, even though they say they're here, some of them may not be open. So, take for instance this hardware store. It shows that it's closed because the as the day that I'm filming this, it's closed. I don't know if this is really open because sometimes you can drive by these and they may not be open. Maybe because the opportunity wasn't there, or at least people just chose to go to bigger box stores to get their hardwares and utilities and supplies. Um, Living in Philly, gotta love when you have people right outside playing their music loud. So, it's summer months here, so. But anyway, but in Philly, we definitely have, in this area, we definitely have a lot of places of worship. I know I shouldn't really say that, but as you can tell on the map, that's there. Um, So there's really not that much really going on in this area. The unemployment rate is 21.94%, and the median income is 24,760. Um, so this area could definitely be used for opportunities. I gotta always point out the Ritas, which is right here. I know that's open, so they open all the time. So, but yes, in this neighbor, but look how far you have to walk. But most people, there's definitely corner stores all throughout where people do get their water ice and their treats from. And we also have the ice cream truck that rolls down the streets, obviously. Um, Let me show you of an example of the houses that are pretty big. Um, so we go on Ontario Street. Pretty much right along here is where the bigger houses are in Tioga. Is right around here. And you're right down the street from Temple University, and then you also have Shriners Hospital for Children. I've never been there for my kids. I normally go to either to CHOP, which is in University City, for my children for emergency app care for um, for my children. However, I've been to Temple University. I went there one time, and Temple University is a pretty good university. Um, the hospital is, I mean, it's okay. I mean, they take care of me, but it's definitely in the inner city area. Um, I'll leave it at that for Temple University. So yes, uh, this basically there is definitely opportunities in this area that we can definitely bring this area back to life and bring and definitely work on getting the bring the neighborhood back to where it used to be. There's definitely big homes in this area, and I'll showcase them in this video. I'll put up several pictures up of the house of the type of houses in the area. So that is Tioga Nicetown.